obviously acting, but they go.
Yeah,
Some people they take it.
People can't tell the difference sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Oh, well, not sometimes. A lot of times. You know.
Oh yeah, we know.
After all of that,
You became famous.
I did a few movies.
You were famous after. No, really. Just think about that.
I didn't realize it, and I still don't.
Exactly.
I
That's what
don't
you were saying. You
embrace
didn't
it the
realize
way I guess. Like if you wanted to be an actor and that happened, I would appreciate it more. It's not that I don't appreciate it; it's that I don't realize
And it happened
the
so
gravity of the
because you did it so
situation I'm in.
yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't really transition. It's just you were in it, and then all of a sudden it was there.
Right.
And that's what happened. You're like, whoa, I'm actually, people are thinking I really killed this guy. They're yelling out my name in crowds, right? So, and that's how it is. And then it goes from one to another, and you got some other stuff coming up, right? And
well, yeah, I have a lot coming up. I have Dirty Fingernails coming up, Heavy You, which we're shooting.
Yes.
Yeah, Dirty Fingernails is going to be good. I have Ephes, which is out, which is Rotten Tomatoes says it's 100, and it's the #1 baseball movie of the year.
Wow. And at 100.
So it's high up there. 100
Wow.
up to date.
That's hard to 100.
Yeah, they just had a big article on it again. So Variety did. And it's doing well, and
So you're
I'm a little surprised by
your
it.
acting career's on the, I mean, you're rapidly on the incline.
I'm blessed. I just
blessed,
am. I'm
right.
blessed to be around a lot of good people. The Safdies introduced me to a lot of people. Them people introduced me to other people. I'm easy to work with, evidently. And I say evidently because I know I'm pretty easy to work with. Look, we're all good until we're bad, right?
Right.
And I'm the nicest guy in the world. I pry on that until I'm not. And, you know, it takes a lot to get me going. But when it comes to working together, teamwork, I don't have this craving for a spotlight. And yet I find myself in it.
All the
I
time.
try to handle it. I probably don't handle it as better as I should because it's not something I'm looking for. But I think I do a good enough job where I compliment it and I just go back to doing what I'm doing.
Good energy is important, right?
I think that's what it is. We
So
all have good
important.
energy.
It's
And
all
if
about
you're
energy.
easy to work with, actors can be complicated.
Yeah.
And I get it. But some of them are really off the chart. And I've met a few. They didn't give me a hard time, but I see how they
They have that
treat it.
reputation,
Yeah,
yeah.
they have that. Their noses,
You know what I heard
in
was
the
like
air.
that? Marlon Brando. Was very
I
hard
heard
to
he
work
was
with.
horrible, and
He
that
was a
surprised the
horror
hell out
show
of
on
me.
set.
But you know what?
Great
I
actor.
don't believe everything
Yeah.
because I've heard that about a few people, and they weren't that bad. Like Robert De Niro, he's evidently not the greatest conversationalist, but when I met, he's a good guy. I mean,
Yeah, but
he is
also
who he is.
You also got to understand, these guys got a lot of pressure. They're always under the limelight. Just think about, like, even my career, like, I have so much pressure sometimes, and the little things sometimes bother you. And it's like, I don't want to be bothered, but where is the line you draw to where you're not going to be polite, right? So just think about coming out, like, I'm with Jose Reyes all the time, right? But again, he takes it great. The guy's the most humblest guy. He was a professional baseball player. You know, he did very well, obviously. Very famous in the baseball, the sports world. I'll go out to dinner and 20 people say, "Can I take a picture?" While he's eating dinner, he gets up and takes the picture. Right on. A very humble guy, salt of the earth, doesn't bother him. He never gets annoyed. And you got to give a guy like that credit. Then you got a guy with half that pressure, and he's falling apart. And you know, and I give him that guy like that a lot of credit.
Well, I can see why you made a cigar named after him.
Well, yeah, and that's, again, and that, again, it all goes back to God. I'm blessed by God. I think we're all blessed by God. And I always give praise and thanks to him because he comes
Of course,
number one.
I do too.
But when I started this business, and that's how I started, I always had a passion for cigars. From a little kid, my father sitting in his Eldorado with a big Churchill on with the window open 3 inches, and I'm sitting in the back seat and he's puffing away. And I don't know if that's what got me into it, but as I got older, I always had that taste for a cigar, and I just loved holding one in the hand. It's just something about it, right? Nostalgic, or I don't know even what you want. It's just in me. So when I had that opportunity to get into the cigar business, and that's how it happened. I went down to the DR. I had a very dear friend introduce me to a big landowner, cigar factory owner, and he kind of gave me the blessing to go ahead with everything. And I said, I saw the opportunity. I said, you know what? I would love to make a cigar in tribute to my family name, right? Okay. I'm Joseph, but San Giuseppe. St. Joseph's is a very, very famous holiday in Italy, in Sicily,
Yes.
right? Goes back from the 10th century. The Sicilians had the drought. They played to St. Joseph. Water came, the crops grew, and from then on, they've been St. Joseph's was their saint. And
right.
there's a lot of, obviously a lot of history involved. But that said, San Giuseppe, like I said, is a very famous holiday in Sicily. They close everything down in Italy. And my saint name, obviously.
Right.
And when I said, let me get an Italian, put my family name, my heritage, my coat of arms, my label on a cigar, and try to do a tradition and integrity. That's the most
So
important
your
thing.
coat of arms is on the cigar.
It's on my symbol
That's
right
your
there.
coat of arms.
Yep, San Giuseppe. Actually, that's
Okay.
the Bonanno cat right
See, I
there, the
didn't know
black
that.
cat. That's the Trinacchia, which is the Sicilian with the 3 legs. Then you got the black bird, and then you got the Sicilian sun. And then I designed that crest, put everything together. And that's how I started the company. So I wanted to make my own cigar, obviously my own blend, my own brand. And then in the interim, while I'm setting up the company, my driver, Willie, in the DR, with my right hand now, his cousin is Jose Reyes. So I happened to FaceTime Jose. I was with Willie at the pool while I was doing some business. And Jose said, yeah, why don't you stop by my house? My cousin told me about you, blah, blah, blah. So next trip, a few weeks later, I was setting the business up. I was flying down every 2 weeks. Went down to the DR. Jose, I went to his house and I said, Jose, what would you think if I make a cigar, a blend for you, your own blend? And he says, yeah, let's go for it. Went back to the factory. I did a little R&D. Sat with my guys. We designed the home plate box, which we have patent pending, which you're seeing over there.
Yes.
So I make his own proprietary blend. That'd be like their own specific blend per player. Okay. And then from Jose, it just kind of went contagious. Like we brought on the Fergie Jenkins agent called us, which is a Chicago Cub Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Great pitcher, great guy. And we came on board. We went to opening day, Wrigley Field with him. We launched his cigar. We made a blend that he liked. So then I started getting into each individual place. Like, what do you guys like to smoke? So I go back to the factory. I make their own blend. I introduce it to them. They like it. We run it. I did the same thing with Larry Walker. I went to Cooperstown. I was with all the Hall of Famers a year and a half ago. I met Larry there. I started his. And then I met Wade Boggs. And me and Wade hit it off.
So you're blessed.
Yeah.
You're
and then
blessed almost
John
like
Daly
I
came
am.
in between there. And,
We're all blessed.
yeah. And it just keep taking, and it's got kind of contagious. So, and I tell all these guys, I really don't care how much money you have. If you're not a good guy, you don't have good energy,
That's right.
I don't want to do business with you. And they all are aces. Every one of them. John Daly, salt to earth, great guy, love him, he's like my brother. All these guys, I consider them part of the San Giuseppe family. And then Joe, I met Joe a few years ago.
Of course.
Same thing. I saw he's a good guy. He's got the image, great influencer, right? And I said, Joe, let's make a cigar after you.
It's a no-brainer.
And now I got my own cigar.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
A man like you, you're successful, jack of all trades, your own construction company, pretty much everything you touch, you do very well in.
I try.
So my question would be is, why cigars? And your journey in being the founder of this San Giuseppe cigar company. I mean,
yes.
that's some journey. That's
It is
some
a
leap.
journey, and it happened so fast too.
I can't even
I
imagine
blinked
fast,
and it was
but-
like this.
Go
So
ahead.
I surrounded myself around a good team, good partners. My vision was to make my own blend, my own name, put my family name. There's not many Italian cigar brands out there. They're all mostly Spanish, Latin, because they come from
Okay.
Latin America. Obviously, cigars originated from Cuba.
I was
from
just
the
gonna say that,
indigenous
but go ahead.
days when they discovered Christopher Columbus and all the original voyages.
So it
went
goes
to-
back that far.
goes back that far when the indigenous people were running around with fig leaves and they literally had these big cones in their hand and they were smoking tobacco, and the Europeans said, what the hell is that? And they actually, I mean, obviously I'm making it into some, but they
Right.
they took it back to Europe, they perfected it, and they started rolling cigars, and they were making cigarettes and cigars, and that's how it all started. And then it became, obviously, the Latins took it to the next level. Now Latin
Right.
America is where a lot of the great tobacco that we grow in Dominican Republic.
Right.
But Latin America is where they grow, all over the world pretty much we grow tobacco. And that's what determines the cigar, the different potencies, the blends, the flavors,
Right.
the soils, the climate is where it all comes from. And again, cigars from Winston Churchill, as we know, is
I
Al
remember
Capone,
them. I remember
Tony
growing
Soprano,
up. Columbo,
Columbo, right? I mean,
Oscar Madison,
George Burns, right? I mean, so
George Burns.
yeah, you're
He
talking.
was the cigar. I mean, that guy
I
always.
mean, Winston Churchill's probably right. That's why they called the Churchill cigar. They named
Yes,
it after him.
I
It's
heard
a-
of it.
It's a long 8-inch cigar, but again, you have these iconic figures throughout history smoking cigars, and now you got
amazing.
Big Joe Gambino too coming up.
Hey,
But,
no, it's pretty amazing when you really think about it. Now that you bring it up.
but it's such a natural product, and the beautiful thing about a cigar, it's organic. It's 100 from the sap that holds the band together, the glue.
Right.
It's made from a sap from a tree. So this is 100% organic from the earth, from the time the seed is planted to the time that the plant grows. Within a couple, 3-4 months, it gets to maturity. To the time we harvest those leaves for the fermentation process, there's multiple stages of it. It gets very complicated, but has to be dried, and then obviously goes through a fermentation process. This is a 3 to 5 year cycle. So by the time it gets planted till it hits your mouth, it could take sometimes 3 to 5 years. So that's why it's such a sought after, and it's such a valuable asset when people look at it, and it's such an enjoyment. You're sitting, you're smoking cigars with your friends, family, the camaraderie, and you have all these celebrities that they're honored to have a cigar under their name because it's it's a status thing.
They're also hand rolled.
They're all hand rolled. Well, in our factory, yeah.
I bet you a lot of these tobacco companies, you don't see a guy like you in that picture walking around checking leaves. I mean, this is personal to you, right?
And very personal. We take different blends from different countries, and we'll use Dominican tobacco with an Ecuadorian tobacco, and we mix them together. We age it, we test them, and then it's all about an aging process too. It's very complex.
So it's one plant, really, right? All
Yeah, it's
those
a tobacco
plants are the
leaf.
same. But when you mix the soils, right, from
Correct.
where a different
Climates,
soil
too.
where it grows out of,
Correct.
it's a different blend.
Correct. I could grow in Pennsylvania, the United States. We grow a lot of tobacco here, down south.
Yes.
Connecticut, right? In Connecticut, in the state of
Oh, yeah.
Connecticut, they call it Connecticut wrap. Shade grown. It has a lighter. It's a lighter color to the leaf. It's a lighter leaf. It's a different blend. And then Pennsylvania, they got the Pennsylvania broadleaf. It's a very heavy, dense leaf. It's very strong
And they're
tobacco.
all different flavors because of the soils they come out of.
Correct. Different
It actually
potencies.
changes the plant.
Correct. It's about the soil, the content. It gets into botany, obviously, the way the leaf takes the soil and the way it grows, the sunshine, the climate, the water. It's a
A lot of
combination.
work goes into this.
It's funny. You could take the same ingredients and roll them in different factories, and it'll be a different cigar.
Really?
So yeah, the one roller can really dictate on the cigar itself. It'll be close, but depending on the roller and how experienced he is to roll, and then how long you age it, also sets the flavor and the profiles of the cigar. If I leave a cigar after it's rolled for 35 days, and then I leave that same cigar for 4 months, it could taste a lot different. So the aging process is very, very important. So that's where it gets a little tricky. So it's a lot of quality control. If you want to be consistent in this business, you have to make it right. You have to have the right blend, and you got to be consistent with that. And that's what makes all the big guys out there, the guys that are around 70, 80, 100 years. They got it down to a science, But what I did when I started the business, I said, you know what? I'm going to be a small fish in a big pond. So how am I going to get a boutique brand out there so quick? I use celebrities now, and the celebrities now have their own blends, and now we're starting a business out of it. So that's where it went. So yeah, the humidification process is very important to store a cigar, and how you light it, and how you cut it. It all makes a difference in the experience when you're smoking that cigar. But the humidors are very important. You can't just take a cigar, put it in a bag, and throw it in your drawer.
Right.
2-3 months and things are going to dry out and crumble away. It's a leaf. It's a natural product. You have to keep it humidified. So there's different levels of humidity that you use while you're storing that cigar. And if you store it properly, a cigar can actually be kept indefinite for a very long time.
Very long time.
Yeah, as long as you don't get it too much humidity and too little humidity could affect it.
So if I wanted to smoke this cigar,
I want you to smoke one now.
okay, first of all, I'm a bumbling idiot.
Well, I'm going to show
I
you.
thought the only difference between cigars and cigarettes is one you inhale and one you don't.
Well, that's a big difference. So that is true.
But I thought that was the only difference.
No,
You
it's all,
understand?
this
I
is
didn't
organic.
realize how-
Cigarettes are not organic. Cigarettes are made of chemicals, and you're putting it into your lungs, and it causes all types of. I'm not saying that cigars are super
no,
healthy
I
for you,
get- I know
but
exactly
it also
what
there's
you're
been
saying.
tests saying that cigars raises testosterone.
Chemicals are off the chain.
Yeah,
I
these
know
don't have
that.
no chemicals.
I know that.
You know, so
What did
my
you just
father's
say- what did you just
86.
say, Joe?
What?
About the testosterone?
It raises testosterone. They actually did studies on cigar smoking.
It
raises your testosterone. Yep. I don't
I'll
take it.
take 10.
Google it. Yeah. Actually, light one up now. Get
Yeah,
one cut,
get me
and
started. I
and
mean,
then
I don't
get me
even
a
know how to
fresh
light
one,
it.
and I'm going to show how to light a cigar
Yeah, put
properly.
that one down.
Cut it
Show-
or-
show
And
all
also,
other
the
cigars.
cutting process is important, and the different cuts determine on the different airflow of the cigar. She's giving you a V cut, which is my preferable cut.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to smoke a San Giuseppe. That's the
Alrighty.
the
This
V,
is the
the
V
V
cut.
gives you a different experience. So now, before you light it, Anna's going to give me one, and I'm going to light mine. I'm going to show you how to.
Okay.
It's called toasting the foot. By toasting the foot is what you're doing is you're starting the cigar off the right way. It's like starting it off on the right foot, right?
Okay, I got
And
you.
what that does is you're actually, let me get the light. What you're doing is, by lighting, toasting the foot, you don't want to burn it.
I think give me one
Right?
too.
The real good way to light a cigar is with a wood match, and you kind of
wood match?
slowly. Yeah, I mean
Because
that's,
it's natural, right?
yes, but also it's a slow burn, and you're not over. But we use butane because obviously it lights faster in the wind. But butane is very, very hot.
I wonder, does the sulfur from the match give it a little
Well,
flavor
you don't want to
too?
use different matches. Like the red tip match is no good because that'll destroy it.
That'll destroy
And
it,
you
okay.
never, ever, ever light a cigar with a Bic lighter because all those fumes are going in the cigar and all that flavor is going on you. It's very bad for you. So always use clean fuel, butane, or a white tip cigar match.
White tip.
Yeah.
Okay, white tip. Okay.
So when you light a cigar, obviously you want to have a pretty decent lighter. There's all different
Like the
types
one
of
you
lighters.
just gave
like you
me?
have, yeah, correct.
I see.
Some have three
Like a
flames,
cutting
two flames.
torch.
And what you do is you're going to toast the cigar. So what you don't want to put the heat directly on the cigar. You want to keep it a little bit away, and then slowly get to the cigar till you start to see it to start
On
to
the
cinder.
edges.
And what I do is I slowly turn the cigar, and what you're doing is you're binding the binder, the wrapper, and the fillers together slowly. And I don't want to overburn it. I actually I blow on it like a punk, right? You want to let it rest a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. It's actually, it's really a process. And I believe it makes
sure
all the
is.
difference.
And
Sure
also,
is.
Keith, by doing this, you also will, again, not all the time, but your cigar will burn much more even. And you won't get the canoeing. Like, canoeing is when a cigar burns one and the
Yes,
other
one
side stays
side
not
doesn't
lit.
burn,
And if
yeah.
you do that, you can always fix it with the flame. You could correct it.
Just burn
You
it right
correct
off.
it. You kind of use the flame to
Catch it
correct
up.
the catch up. Correct.
Yeah,
So
I know
like
that. I
you
know
turn,
that from
blend.
smoking cigarettes. You know.
So now you see, this is called the foot. This is the cherry now,
That's the
right?
foot,
And now
okay.
after you get it started, then you want to put it in. Obviously, put it in your mouth and take a couple more pulls with
And
the
make
flame
sure it's
to get
burning
it
even.
nice and lit, and you turn it. But you never keep. See, I don't have to put this right here. I keep it. Watch how far away you it.
Yeah, I see that. Okay. All right. Let me
Now
give it
it's
a
lit.
shot.
Your cigar's ready to go. So that's it. You kind of just gonna turn it. You're just kind of touching the tip of the flame on the cigar.
Oh, I see.
Don't
it.
burn it. Yeah, keep turning it. Keep turning the cigar too while you're turning the flame. Yeah, see how you're getting a little burnt on the side? That's okay.
Yeah.
Now back off the flame, blow on it. Blow on the tip. Well, blow directly into it like
Oh, I
this.
see what you're saying. I burnt
See the
it a
tip
little on
there?
there.
Now give it another shot with your lighter. Kind of get the...
Oh,
Uh-oh.
You ran out of
my
gas.
bro-
Yeah, try
down.
mine. Right, try mine.
I can't give him the Bic, right? The Bic's no good.
No, you said
no
the
Bic.
Bic.
No Bic's no good.
aren't you listening, Joey? Oh, this one's nice.
Now you're gonna put the cigar in your mouth, and then you're gonna light the flame. Start far away, then bring it closer till you start to see it. You're pretty lit. Give it a couple of puffs. That's it. You're good to go. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Hey, I did a pretty good job, eh? First timer.
You know, Joe, getting back to testosterone. A lot of women now are getting into cigars.
Well, look right here.
I know. How
And
does
they
that
look
all
very
work
sexy
out?
doing it too. I think there's nothing like a beautiful woman
All right,
smoking
all
a
she
cigar. What do
needs
you
is
think?
a hard hat, and you got my vote.
That's it.
She has my vote without the hat.
It's incredible how
I
in the last
love.
couple of years,
Listen,
women are really, really getting into cigars.
I
and
love
they're
women
enjoying it,
in
yeah.
work clothes, like construction outfits.
Tool belt.
Tool belt.
belt.
Come on.
But in a bikini.
I don't know.
It's even better.
How the hell are you going to hold a
That's-
two belt in a
Come on,
bikini, Joe?
that's a
Well, the
no.
two belts on around
That's
your
a
waist,
no-brainer,
already on.
but still.
It's
Kidding me?
becoming very popular. The last couple of years, women are really, really taking it to cigars. I even have some reps in California, and they love my brand, and they're pushing it there, and they're doing a fantastic job.
I
Yeah.
see a lot of women smoking cigars.
And also, there's different sizes. Like we make from a Robusto all the way up to a Gordo, which is where I made Joe's cigar, because I try to make a different blend and a different size for each player, so I don't want to make the same thing and just slap a label on it. So like with Joe, when I introduced it to Joe, and I said, Joe, I want to make a cigar with your name, and he liked, I don't have a Maduro Gordo. And Joe's a big guy, so why not make a Gordo? And that's one of my, I blended that too myself, and that's a fantastic.
You know, I inhaled it a little, but just a little.
You're not supposed to do that, Keith. You're
know
supposed
what
to
I-
blow it out.
Well, you can retro inhale, it's called. Like when we smoke a cigar, you'll take it in and just pull it out through your nose just to get the flavors, but you don't want to pull it all the way. And that's another thing. People will light a good premium cigar and they'll get sick. They have a bad experience. They never want to do it again because they didn't do it correctly. So it's important to know how to light a cigar, how to smoke it, the proper mechanics,
You
the
gotta
etiquette.
be able to channel it into your nose without
you savor this.
swallowing it.
Right.
This is a savor. This is like scotch or a wine or,
Well, this is, I relate this to a brandy
yeah,
or a cognac.
you're absolutely right.
And on the piers, they did them all the time. In the winter, that's all you saw was cigar smoke and brandy.
We pair these with different
That's all they
whiskeys.
drank.
And,
Oh, yeah.
Tell me.
Do you have a cigar named after you yet?
Not yet, but I hope
Not yet?
Not yet, but I hope one day.
You bully you. You don't have a cigar named after her?
I know.
Are
would
you
think she'd be
kidding
the
me?
first one on the lineup. The problem is
She should be on the label.
I'm just making cigars for all these
She's gonna
celebrities.
shoot me later, you know that, right?
No, I'll shoot you in the movie.
An extra two times,
extra
right?
You're not going to come back on the sequel.
Did you smoke cigars before you met him?
No. When I met him, I started smoking cigars. He teach me how smoke cigars. I never smoked cigars before.
Do you enjoy it?
Of course,
You do, right?
yeah. All the lines.
Or
San
do you
Giuseppe,
love him? Is he such a lovable guy
I
that
know. Yeah.
you'll
He's
smoke
my
a
baby.
bag of dog do?
She would. Go ahead, boss.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I'm just being a wise ass. But no, I like that. That's
Yeah.
I really do.
And actually, one of my favorites, and under the line, the San Giuseppe, is the Toro. Like that
That's
I'm
what she's
smoking
smoking
now.
now. That's the Toro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
These
now
are the sizes. They name different sizes.
what am I smoking?
You're smoking the Toro.
big.
Okay, now what's the difference between? Why are they?
Well,
I
okay.
see a lot longer ones.
Obviously, your bigger cigar is going to last longer.
Well, that's obvious. But is there anything?
I don't know. I mean, I think the most popular size in the industry is probably a Toro, Robusto to Toro. And you go by gauges. Like the bigger the gauge, the bigger the cigar, the girth of the cigar.
Oh,
60
okay, okay.
gauge.
So that
So
then
this is a
if this is
54
longer,
gauge
it
right
would be
now.
bigger.
Joe, let me ask you a question. You know, you said a lot of women are getting into cigars and stuff. Now you're mentioning sizes and stuff, you know. You can figure it too. But how do you know what's the right size cigar for a woman?
You don't. They have to be the judge of that.
They have to be the judge.
Yeah.
So
But they say, do women say size doesn't matter? But I think it does.
I think it does too.
Me too. But
I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of
Anna's gonna blush.
different stories there, but I don't have that problem, so I don't worry.
Neither do I. So I just
do
hear
I.
stories.
I got a big foot. You know
They
what
say,
I
you
mean?
know what they say? You have a big foot.
Big hands.
Yeah.
No, you wear big boots.
Big boots.
Come on.
This is a dummy.
Well, when you have big
It's a
hands,
dummy.
you wear big gloves.
My
That's
foot's
true.
really this big.
And those are ostrich too.
Oh,
Those
so
are
you're
nice.
walking around like a cloud
love it.
shoes.
Yeah, they're a half a size bigger because you got to wear
Those
them.
are nice, the ostrich.
These
I
are
love
so
them.
comfortable.
They
I
look-
could sleep in these.
We'll,
Especially
we'll
when you
get back to
drive.
your boots after this, Keith. I mean, just going back to the cigar.
Yeah, how do
with
we
the
go
si-
from boots to cigar?
I don't know. This
Size
cigar
is-
is
We
all
went
over
from
the place.
size,
Sizes matter.
size to boots to ostrich.
But in your profession, what's the average size cigar for a woman to be comfortable smoking?
Well, I see women smoke from Robustos all the way up. They go to Gordas.
Really?
Yeah, they're going to bigger and bigger cigars now. Yeah, I think it's also an image thing for them.
Of course it is.
But again, like anything else, you get acclimated to the cigar. So, you like me, I can smoke a 50 gauge. I'll smoke a 60. I won't go bigger than 60. Like that gauge, 60, 62. After that, they look like baseball bats. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And there's too much air.
This is big. I know. How
This
would
is
you smoke?
54
I mean,
gauge.
that is big.
Oh, that's right. So does Anna have a lot of friends that smoke cigars?
That's good.
Well, I mean, here in New York, yes, I have few friends that they smoke cigars. They like big cigars, like Gordos, Toros.
And
yeah.
they get into it, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Which is nice because you can come to now cigar events as couples. We don't have to only be the guys. You can bring the wives, the
A
girlfriends.
lot of
and
guys are
everything
bringing
else.
their wives now. They're coming to the wives to all my events. A lot of women are showing up solo.
That's
and they
great.
cigar.
That's great.
And they even have some podcasts out there. And also the younger generation, you'd be surprised. You know, when we grew up, everything was cigarettes, right? We didn't smoke cigars. We smoked cigarettes. Now you see the kids, they're starting to get out of the vaping world, which is very bad for you, obviously, the actual vape.
Yeah, that's like smoking antifreeze.
Yeah, well, you're putting chemicals in your lungs. It's worse. They even say that vaping could be worse than cigarettes.
Yeah,
It is.
popcorn.
It is.
Popcorn lung and all that
Something
stuff.
So
Popcorn lung.
now they're getting these younger generation. I get more and more young guys in their 20s, early 20s. They're taking up cigars, and they see. It's also a nostalgic thing. It's how they hold it in their hand. It's a sign of success. You know, and that's really what it's. Right now, and the guys, they finish the World Series. What do? They put cigars and hats in there. So it's an accomplishment type of thing. And
Yeah. My name is
It's the
Tony
look-
Cigars.
Tony Cigar.
Yeah, they call me Tony Cigars. There was a guy named Tony Cigars who worked for Sabaro Concrete.
Oh, really?
That was his name, Tony Cigars.
Cigars.
That's why I said that.
And he always had
He
his
used to go,
cigar
hey,
in his
you,
mouth.
get on that wall, eh? Get on the wall. Come on, you Hannah, get on the wall.
And that's a guy that has a cigar in his mouth all
With
day.
the guy in his mouth all day long.
I savor my cigar, so I look forward to smoking. Like at the end of the day, after I go out, we go to the club, the Cigar Lounge, the club that we belong to in Eisenhower, the General, beautiful lounge, by the way. We go up there, we have a drink, a little dinner, smoke a cigar. It's relaxing, and it really finishes off your day nice. For me, anyway, but for a lot of other people too. It finishes
Oh, I
your
can
day.
definitely see it after a meal. And listen, this is something, if you do it right, you enjoy all the benefits.
But you look good with a
Absolutely.
cigar in your hand too. Keith, you look like you look like a man, but now you look like a real man.
You a manly
Am I
man.
a man's man?
No, you're a man.
You're a
man's
man's
man.
man.
Actually, in your new
told
movies, you should have a cigar in your mouth.
When
That
I
would
grow
really
up,
give you a
I
great
told
look.
you, when I grow up, I want to be just like you.
You told me that last week.
Joey C, yeah.
Eventually, Joe, I was thinking eventually maybe we can make a cigar for Keith.
I would love to.
There
It'd be
you
my
go.
honor.
I'm liking this conversation. But only if you make one with her name too.
Yeah, Anna has to come first. Like I make hers first.
We got this, Joe.
Actually, your
But
label's
we're gonna
be
work.
nice.
We're definitely working on mine. And maybe we'll work on it together, all of us.
Actually, what I was thinking of
Figure it
doing
out.
with Anna is I was going to do a flavored cigar, like a little cognac vanilla, just a slight, not
Sure.
too flavored, but a
Why
small
not?
one, like a Robusto. We're working on something out of the
jealous.
factory in the future.
Well, I
think
want to
we'll
know
do-
about it.
San Giuseppe is the official cigar for women going forward, 2025. You can take that to the bank.
There you go. And that
can
was
take that to the
birthed
bank.
today, people.
That's it.
That's right.
It's all about, I think, it's about marketing too. You know,
Well, it's a big
lot-
deal.
it's all about
Everything you just told me.
I'm a little over 3.5 years now, and I got all the 3 Hall of Famers, All-Star Met, International John Daly golfer, which, you know, I mean, and I got Big Joe Gambino. Exactly.
Tell us a little bit about this social media monster that you become, the influencer that you are.
Well, it was all by accident.
Go
I
figure.
stumbled upon it. I stumbled upon social media. A friend of mine told me, you know what, Joe? I said, I'll start on TikTok. Says, Joe, you should make a video on TikTok. It'll go viral. What the fuck he was talking about, make a video. I said, no, I don't make videos. He goes, Joe, trust me, make a video. It'll go viral. So I downloaded TikTok. I made a video. And sure enough, it went viral. And it was, I don't remember even what
What
the
was
video
it?
was about.
You don't remember?
Me just talking about the neighborhood, the way I talk, the way, you know, I use my hands when I talk, the whole Italian thing.
That was
And
it.
it just
That's all you
caught
need.
fire.
Authentic.
man.
Well,
Forget it.
that just speaks to who you are. You always Big Joe.
I mean, I got the look. They say I got the look. You know,
Not only
that,
the
that
look,
look.
it's the personality.
Yeah, it's your
personality.
energy, Joe. It's the
My
energy.
energy.
It's the energy.
And that's what that's you know how I became what I am now.
What did you do before being social media, Joey?
I worked 9 to 5.
Oh yeah.
I worked for a private courier company. I used to deliver other people's money all day long.
Nice.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Couldn't take any yourself.
Couldn't
right?
take
A
any
little
of
bit off
myself.
the top.
I tried, but
You
you
try,
know.
yeah.
But that's what I did before that, and now you know I'm all over the place. Social media. I'm doing commercials for cars for Kia. I did a commercial for Kia because I drove a Kia Sorento.
Huh.
And I just talked about my car. You know, I talked about the inside, the interior, the dashboard. It caught fire, went viral, and Kia actually reached out to me and said, I want you to start making commercials for us.
You're kidding.
Just like that.
Did they give you a car?
Oh, they sure did.
No shit.
They sure did.
I'm like, my truck on fire.
They sure did. But what really put me on the map was the podcast Growing Up Italians, because they have a big, huge following here and in Italy. So actually, right now I'm viral in Italy because we've been doing a podcast in all in Italian, and it's just going nuts over there. They love Big Joe in Italy.
I believe that.
They want me to come there.
Joe, do you remember we were in Costa Rica a few months ago?
Yeah.
And we're in the airport in Costa Rica, San Jose. Coming to the airport, we're walking to go to TSA, the security. All of a sudden, you see people flying off the line. There's Big Joe, there's Big Joe.
No.
Hey, Costa Rica.
People from Italy
they're
were
from Italy.
traveling,
They're
they
from
saw him.
Well,
Party.
everyone from Italy goes there to work. They go to Costa Rica.
Well, I think they were
Spain.
tourists. They were
They
on
were
vacation.
they were
tourists,
tourists.
but they
Oh,
saw
okay.
him.
The whole family
and
just
they
stopped.
recognized him online. He's walking through the airport. They
No.
were taking selfies. Oh, yeah.
So they're ahead
Like,
of
what
me.
do
They're
these
walking in
people do?
security, Joe and a whole bunch of friends of ours, and I had to stay back because people wanted to take pictures with me. I said, guys, wait up, I'll be right there. They're taking pictures with me and stuff like that. It was hilarious.
It ain't easy
I
being
think
you,
they
huh,
saw you
Joe?
on the horse.
Thank you, dear. Salud, hey.
Salud.
Hey,
Salud.
salud.
So,
Anna.
Anna, salud.
Anna, thank you.
Come on.
You're a great
Yeah, we
host.
went horseback riding in Costa Rica. Did you hear about this one? They put me on top of a horse.
They what?
So we went horseback riding.
Horseback riding.
Okay,
I booked a
and?
horse trip on the beach. Me and my buddies and Joe, we took the horse. They came to the condo and they brought the horses there. So, so they looked. I don't. Our weight difference is not much, right, Joe? I mean, I'd be honest.
No,
with
I think I'm a little bit more than you, Joe.
you are, but I'm 315 pounds.
I'm a little bit more than that.
I know. So anyway, so when the guy pulls up with the horses, I rode horses before. Stefano was there, our friend Stefano. He's from Italy. He jumps on the horse. He starts scratching. And then the guy, we got Joe on the horse, and the guy turns and says, your friend's a big boy. He goes, I don't know if the horse is going to last an hour. I know you have an hour trip, maybe 45 minutes. I said, oh, well, we'll see what happens.
He's
But we
full
went
of
an hour. The horse was
Yeah, the horse
The
will be
horse is
fun.
good, but you know what? The horse was a little wise ass because I get on top of the horse, right? I had to climb a big fucking rock to get on the horse. I get on the horse turns around and looks at me. You gotta be kidding me. Just like that. I said, no fucking horses could talk, you know? He gave me
whole
that
time.
Talking horse.
He gave me that look.
The
like,
whole
you gotta
time on
be
the
kidding
trail, he's
me.
like,
You know?
Well,
Mr. Red.
what can make a horse talk? Big Joe Gambino.
But it was an experience.
Yeah,
we
you
had a good
can't
time.
make this shit up, right?
We did.
So, Joe, outside of you beating somebody with a clarinet
Many moons ago.
many moons ago, did you ever have any ambitions in the acting world or entertainment in any way, shape, or form? I mean, I heard you say you were a born entertainer, so there had to be something there.
I'm a born character. It's natural to me.
Well,
But,
I believe
to
that.
answer your question, yeah, I did. I always wanted to become an actor. I always wanted to be. I love movies. I'm a movie buff. I actually have conversations in movie quotes sometimes with people. That's how I love the movies. And people always said, Joe, you have the look. You have the look for mobster guy, big tough guy. You should make a profile of yourself. Go into the acting. I always threw it off. But you know what? After the social media thing and people started to gravitate me, I gave it a shot. And I'm pretty natural on camera.
The social media thing was a big wake-up call for you.
It was. It
It
was.
changed your life,
It actually did. In more ways than you could imagine.
isn't it? Yeah, I can imagine.
You know?
I mean,
Not only with acting,
I just
but
did the
with
same thing. I went in and did what they told me, and the next thing you know, my life was changed.
social media in general has a leg up on everything that we used to do the old-fashioned way. With even with like advertisement and marketing, it just changed the world. And this is where we are
Sheds more
now.
light.
And we got to go with the times, and it's been working pretty good.
This past year, Joe, how many movies were you in?
I would say, yeah, about four.
movies, three,
The
four.
big one we're in with Avenue U. 8.
Hello? Yes, Keith. Thank you.
And
Salud, honey.
to the lady of the house.
Yes. Lovely
We
lady.
can't forget you.
And we're just looking to keep this cigar culture going, conversation with good
We're
people.
gonna have fun doing it.
And we're not just going to talk about our stuff. It's all about current events.
This is just we're
Cigar
opening.
culture, having a cigar in your hand and a drink, and beautiful women. We're also going to be doing a lot of giveaways. We have every month. and we want people to like and subscribe.
Sure, of course.
And they're automatically going to be entered into. We got custom humidors we're giving away every month. So we're open to anything. We just want to share our culture. We have a lot to talk about. We have all these good people, these good sports celebrities that are on the San Giuseppe team, and future actors and actors right now. So we want to bring them all on, and we just want to share our stories, and we want everybody to know what happened in their life and their journey, how they got to where they went. Right? And that's what it's all about. Look at your journey. It's
Look to
incredible.
motivate people. You know?
It's not all about running around. I see these podcasts today, kids running around with Ferraris and they're doing stupid shit. And it's about a bunch of gentlemen sitting down talking, you know?
right,
And-
that's right.
Talking
Well, we
real
do
stuff.
stupid shit too, but yeah, we want everybody also to experience the cigar culture and how beautiful the cigar culture is, and the quality, the tradition, the quality that goes behind this, you know?
Well, there's a lot that comes with it that I'm learning. The clientele of people. Okay, first of all, I'm not saying people that don't smoke cigars are bad people or unsuccessful, but people that do smoke cigars, all right, they tend to, it's like birds of a feather.
Yeah.
And you have all different walks of life.
It's a common
And a
law,
lot
yeah.
happens there.
Yeah,
You know, talk about networking.
yeah.
I mean, this is one way to successfully
Cigars,
network.
golf. I mean, you know, there's and also you can always find our cigars at sgcigars.com, SanGiuseppeCigars.com. I have all of our line of cigars for sale. Go on, click on it. Obviously, got to be over.
Right now, I'm getting pissed
Gotta
off
be of
because I'm
age.
coming to the end of my cigar.
So, Keith, before we sign off over here,
Yes.
what do you have coming up? Some
Well-
big things coming up right here.
I have Lemonade Blessing, which is going to be in Tribeca, 2025 Tribeca. I was just notified. And we have EFIS, which is currently in, I think it's AMC, I believe.
AMC Theaters.
AMC Theaters, yes. EFIS. It's claimed to be the #1 baseball movie of the year, and Rotten Tomatoes rates it at 100.
That's
So,
great.
and that's holding.
That's fantastic.
So
That's
that's
incredible.
pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Pretty exciting.
And make sure you stay tuned to our new podcast, Lit Lounge with San Giuseppe. Subscribe to us on YouTube. You get a 10% discount on all of our products from San Giuseppe. sgcigars.com. Enter promo code Lit Lounge, and you automatically will get a 10% discount on all our premium cigars.
So, you sure 10%?
Yeah, 10%. You know why? Because they're part of the San Giuseppe family. I want to make sure everybody enjoys our premium cigars. So anybody that subscribes on this channel to the Lit Lounge, they get a 10% discount. I want them to enjoy what we enjoy.
See, what we do here at the Lit Lounge is like family. And now we want you to be part of our family.
Hell, I'm going to subscribe too.
Oh, I hope so.